Hey there, it's Andrew here, the founder of Maicoro. So in this quick tutorial, I'm just going to show you how to get started with Maicoro abandoned cart sequences. So the primary goal for this app is to help e-commerce businesses with a big problem, and that is recovering abandoned carts. So a large number of people are going to come to the website and they're going to leave before they actually check out. So the idea of this is that we're going to be able to track their email address when it gets entered in the checkout page, and then we're going to follow up with them via emails. So first thing we're going to do here is click Get Started for free. So first we're going to enter our name here. Email address and password. Click on Get Started for free. So it's going to take us to our onboarding, where it'll take you through a few steps here to get you set up. And it's going to ask us to connect our Webflow site. So a few things to know here is that we obviously need an e-commerce enabled Webflow site and a paid plan, which you will have anyway, but we obviously need to enter some custom code, which we will go over in just a second. So click Connect Site. Going to connect this Spring site here. Click Authorize App. Then we'll be returned to the Maicoro app, and it's going to ask you to copy some custom code here. Okay, so we're going to click Copy Script. Head over to your Webflow website. Going to open the settings, custom code. Okay, and you're going to put this in the header code here. Nice and easy. Click Save and Publish. Great, now returning back to the onboarding, we're going to say that we've completed that and continue. We're going to set a name here. For now, I'm just going to leave that name there, and we're going to put our reply to email here. So next, it's going to run us through what's included in the free plan here. And for the sake of this tutorial, we're just going to continue with the free plan. Great, now it's going to ask us if we would like to upgrade and get additional features here, but again, for the sake of the tutorial, we're just going to go continue with the free plan. Okay, great, and that is it. We are all set up and ready to go with the default settings. So let's go continue to our dashboard and let's go and check those settings. Okay, so here in the site settings, we have a few different options. Starting from the top, we have our logo. So we're going to upload our logo. Put that in there. Okay, we have our site name again. We have our support email address. There is the reply to email. So we can go ahead and change that there if you wanted to. So include product links. So this is going to provide a clickable link inside of the emails. So just double check that you have this exact structure on your website. Should be fine. Just double check that and then leave this feature on. Auto open cart is going to open the cart on the return of the customer from the link in the emails. The recovery link destination is where you would like to send them. Okay, so if you'd like to send them to the home page, you can just remove this. A simple dash here is going to be the home page, or you could send them to another page like shop or something like that. Okay, but for the sake of this, we will leave that as checkout. Skip existing customers. By default, this is off. But once customers start to appear inside of Maicoro, you could essentially skip those customers. if you didn't want them to receive the abandoned cart email sequences, essentially so they don't get a discount code or something similar like that. Okay, and then cooldown period in days. So how many days until you would want to enter that customer back into a automated recovery flow? So by default, that is 10 days. That's what we've found to work the best, but feel free to change this up or down. And here is going to be your business address. Okay, so we recommend you put this in here for compliance, but for the sake of this video, we'll just leave that out, and we will save the settings there with the logo. And in the site installation settings, you've also got the original script that we put into the custom code section of Webflow there. But, if you were to lose that, you can always return and find that here. In recovery flows, you're going to see your recovery flow where you can activate and deactivate the flow sequence here, and you can edit the flow. You can change the name of the flow or the description. That's just for internal purposes. That's not going to change anything that the customer will see. And then here you can edit the time frame between each flow step, and you can also drag and drop. But basically you're going to be looking at something like 30 minutes, 1 hour, and then 24 hours later. We find something like this works best, but you could also change this to 2 hours. But remembering that something important to know here is that this is the time from abandonment. Okay, so that means 30 minutes since the abandonment, 2 hours. So that's 1.5 hours later. This is not a delay. So this is 24 hours after abandonment, not 24 hours after the step before. Okay. And then you can click into here and you can change any template. You can create multiple templates. We'll go through that next. Clicking on this edit button here, we can go into the email template settings and we can play around with how this looks here. We've got the template name, which is just an internal name, the subject line, which you'll see appear at the top here, which you can change. And we've got the email style, and we've got 4 beautiful templates here that you can pick from. So pick classic, you've got modern, the minimal design, and you've got the professional design. So let's just stick with our classic design here. We can go down and we can put a header, complete your purchase, change that to whatever you like. Personalized greeting. So this is where we're going to have a fallback. So if the customer's name has not been entered in the checkout, which is quite common, we will just capture just an email address. But if we have the name, we will use it here. But for now, we can just turn that on or off. And then we've got the email message here that you can play around with. You can test different options here and see which one works best for your store and your industry. We've got the help text, which is below the button. And then down here, we've got the brand settings. Okay, so we can come in here and you can change the color of this button to whatever you like. Okay. And we've got the heading color, same thing. You come in here and you change the colors to suit your business. And you can always reset back to the default. And heading back to templates, you can come in here and you can always copy a template and create a new one, and then you'll see that there, and you can come in here and edit it, or you can go in here and you can create a new template here as well. Each template is then able to be selected on each step of the flow. So you'll come in here and you will be able to find the additional templates that you've created here. Okay, because you would want a different template here per step so that you have different wording for each stage. So we're not sending out the same email 3 times. We want to be sending a different email for each flow step. Okay, and then just quickly going through the remaining areas here. This is a brand new account. Obviously, we've just set this up, so we don't have any data in here now, but we have the orders tab, we have the customers tab, and we have your dashboard. So once you start recovering abandoned carts here, all the data will start to appear here. Okay guys, and that's how quick and simple it is to get started with Maicoro and get set up. on the free plan and start sending abandoned carts and recovering more sales. And if you have any questions or need help setting up, email us at hello@maicoro.com. We're always here to help and look forward to having you on board.